We are on the way to El Nido via van. Trip to El Nido in a van like this from Puerto Princesa. 600 pesos per person, which is 15 Canadian dollars. We have arrived in El Nido. This is kind of what it looks like here. So let's go get started. It's here. Let's go see our first beach. Within 15 minutes of our place, there's a beach to walk to called Corong Corong. We're staying just outside of the actual El Nido center itself. So this beach has a lot of boats and a very narrow sandbar. But we can walk it and see what we see. This beach, we're seeing a lot of broken glass, a lot of boats, and lots of rocks and sharp coral. Sharp-edged coral here as well. Water shoes are probably a pretty darn good idea. It is not the dirtiest beach we have seen. Beautiful beach, mostly quite good for swimming. We are taking a tiny bit of very mild jellyfish larvae stings, but it's a beautiful spot. That is why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt now. So an interesting thing here is that hogs, on this island only, are incredibly popular. We see kids sitting on the edge of the streets all across this place, just playing pogs. And they're unchanged from when you and I were kids. Just out for a walk as we plan our next activities. We were able to take a little windy road between walls and through what appeared to be people's yards to get over here. Got a very jammed together cemetery, but right in front of it is known to be the best beach spot as far as the main town part of El Nido goes. It's not perfectly sandy, but it's pretty good. And the puppies sleep on the graves. Oh my God. That was frightening. So if you keep walking down the cemetery side, you'll kind of find this very serene little walk through the village. Looks a lot less touristy. Lots of stuff overgrown by lush greenness. A lot of times when Filipino people smile at you, it's very friendly, but they also look like they know something you don't know. Tell me in the comments, Filipino people, when you smile at us, are you thinking that you know something we don't know? This place we accessed by either heading over to Aubrey's, or then walking that little stretch, or walking a little bit past that town center part and ducking between two buildings, and you'll find all these cool little walks to take. Really nice. Tide's coming in hard, but what a lovely spot. A little bit more to this walk as you walk through the hanging vine. There's a whole extra jungle wing here. Very nice. Now, as far as we can see, we've come to the end of it. That's about 3 and a bit kilometers. Is that pothos? Pothos. The vine that lives everywhere. So much of the plant life here are things that you see sold in stores as like indoor tropicals. Money trees and ficus, hibiscus, pothos, mask plants, brolablium, that's one I made up. Close to dusk here, but we saw one more little detour that we're going to quickly take a look at.
Side note about the beach side near the village and the cemetery, there is some chatter about fecal coliform bacteria. They're working on more small local stays getting onto the new sewage treatment facility that they have installed, but it is supposedly slow going.
El Nido's got to be one of the prettiest places in the Philippines so far. I don't know how it can get much better than this, but we're headed to Coron in about a week and a half here, so apparently that's also quite beautiful. If you see this on the way in, you are going the right way. So at first you're looking for these signs. And I'll show you where you'll start to find this walk. So across the street from the Shine store, just head into it that way. When the tide is high, you can still cross, but you'll get your shoes wet. You'll come right here, and you'll go to the right if you want to get your feet wet. And if you don't, you can just go up there and around. Today we are headed back to Korong Korong Beach to grab ourselves a kayak and go explore other nearby beaches. It's a lovely kayak trip. Hopefully the sea is chill today. Well, this is Honda Beach up ahead. Lovely limestone formation to our right. A little bit of erosion. The wind is picking up just a tiny bit. Lovely blue water. Oh wow, there's really a small spindle. It's a quick trip for your 600 pesos renting a kayak, which we talked down to 500 by the way. If you're going to come to Korong Korong Beach and kayak Seven Commandos Beach and also Papaya Beach, you need to make sure that you have calm seas that day. We do not. Little cave over here. Looks like people like to have fires here. What would you guys potentially want?
We paddle to Honda and Lapu Lapu beaches, and like them both. Lapu Lapu is bigger.
Well, we made it. We have rented a scooter, and now we're headed to Mount Mansilawit, which is a quick hike up to a high peak, so we can see a view.
You've been to Coron. How was the weather, sir? Yeah, especially
-8 and snow.
snow.
Wild pineapple?
Yes, sir. It's a wild pineapple.
Still fruit you can eat?
Yes, sir. It's eatable. The fruit.
Similar taste?
Yes. No, sir.
Or leaf cutter ant.
Different.
Yeah.
This is a kind of the bamboo we make for a bamboo straw. This is avocado tree. The steps from here.
All right,
To the beach.
here we go.
Okay.
Just little steps.
Yes, sir. The steps here just for the local, not for the European. Alright.
That's a halfway bench.
Sure is.
Gonna blow right past it.
Let's do it.
The sea white eagle.
The nest?
Yes. The 350. 200 left.
And it's getting a bit steeper.
This is the
400,
most-
150 left.
yeah, this is the
I'm out of
most,
breath, but it's still a relatively easy hike if you're Canadian and you hike. It's just hot.
450. 100 left.
All right.
Much better the waves and the current.
Wow.
So the left beach, that is El Nido big beach.
Okay. Wow.
That is the Twin Beach.
Twin Beach?
Yes. Then Nakpan.
Wow.
The front island, that is Kawayan Island.
Baby bird. Sorry? What is that? Oh, here? Okay, cool. So we did have luck with the views today. When you last saw us up at Osmania Peak, there was no view.
Hello.
Well, we're coming out of this lovely walk now. Very nice at the top, as you just saw. Our friend Adonis, who is mentioned a lot on the Google review, so I'm glad we got the famous Adonis guide. full of information. To a Canadian, paying this much money for a hike does seem like a lot, but it's actually quite a nice experience, and the views are beautiful, and the trail is kept up very, very nicely. Someone had to go and do all this work, so I think it makes sense in that regard. We're pretty lucky to have all that hiking for free where we're from. Here it's a nice walk, beautiful selfie points, lots of nice things to see and do, and you can take your time if you want. You can chat with people at the top, you can hang out on hammocks, take a nap, whatever you want to do.
A couple days later, we were overjoyed to be joined once again by our friends Nami and Jason, and we knew they'd want to fly their drone from the top of that beautiful view. Plus, Jason is a world-class dancer, as you can tell. Deep blue and bright turquoise waters set against deep greens and yellow highlights of surrounding formations make this place and the view so very special. Behind it, lush rice fields that have struggled with both flood and drought show the resilience in their beauty. So what did our friends think?
Fantastic. I would do it again.
Great view, right?
Definitely recommend it to all.
Stay right here overnight. That would be
The best view in
Yeah,
El
we've
Nido.
just learned that there's an overnight option as well for $1,500 about per person. This is very unique. If you have a drone, if you have an action camera, if you have a nice camera, man, your pictures, your shots are going to be majestic. You got to add it to your video, so it's worth it just for that alone. Do it. And it's short. Come in the morning and then just go over to Big Beach after, right over there. The beach is empty. Get a scooter, make it worth your while. Now we're headed off to Leo Beach for a little beach action and some nice dinner. The dinner part you're going to see on our food guide. So make sure you check out all the amazing vegan spots to eat in El Nido. Well, this is definitely a very developed beach with some pretty rough looking surf. So we're gonna go take a swim. It's a beautiful beach here. It's got a complex of restaurants and beach shops. Let's see how the water is. The water at this beach feels a little cooler than the other spots. It's shallow, way out from the shore. I'm crouching all the way down. See? Woo! Now I'm kneeling, and we're still got knees to the ground. Really, really nice beach. I can see why. This is one of the famous ones. Have you been to El Nido? Is this the best beach? Philippines, your beaches, your islands, my God, it's so beautiful here. I can see why Instagram is crazy for El Nido. Ocean, oh, dolphin mode. I want to get back to enjoying this beach. You ought to come here and enjoy this beach too. Leo Beach at night, beautifully lit.
Leo Beach had many appealing features. This was the second visit as we wanted to show Nami and Jason this prime spot.
Today we're heading back to go see Big Beach, so let's go see it right now. We have reached the peak. There's a little Y road here. You're gonna come left and look for this bench, and you're gonna leave your motorcycle there because it's pretty steep all the way down, and I don't know if we're gonna get out. And also, a couple of locals told us that's what we should do, and they know, so we're gonna listen to them. Let's hit the beach. We 100% absolutely have our own beach. Over here is seagrass and rocks, and then sort of in this area is the sand. So if you find yourself here, kind of in line with these abandoned houses over there, that's where you want to go in to swim. Woo! That's chilly.
Dolphin mode unlocked.
Best beach so far with a meal that you could get, if you don't come with snacks or a full belly, is at Leo Beach. But this beach, empty. I think it's an excellent beach. It's an excellent area. I can see what all the hype is about.
And we passed that hype along to Jason and Nami and brought them to it a couple days after. It was a prime spot to get more awesome overhead footage. These two can fly that thing until the cows come home, or in this case, escaped. Run free, mommy and baby.
The dog didn't see.
This place is so secluded and lovely for now. Even on an overcast day, isn't it just so picturesque?
And about 4 more kilometers in here. We're on our way to Nakpan and Twin Beaches. They're the same stretch of beach. So let's check those out next. Off-roading, bike parkour. Well, at the start here, it looks like definitely this beach is a little more commercialized, a little more standard. It's got your parking fee of 20 pesos, which is 50 cents Canadian, and some infrastructure, such as a building that tells you there's a shower, 25, poo is 10, pee is 5. Everything's got a price. Well, it looks like the restaurants here do list some vegetarian options.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's a sort of commercialized beach. Just sign in and sign out. And yeah, it looks quite nice.
And it was quite nice. And it had a couple of reasonably decent vegan items to eat, massages and other activities to do, and was busy with folks from Europe, other parts of Asia, and North America. With our friends joining us for a few highlights after we had already been in town for a few days, we were off all together to go on what was slated to be an amazing outing and the premier activity of El Nido, island hopping. Come back to see the next episode to get an idea of what a private speedboat trip to a combined tour is like. But don't be like us and believe all of what they tell you that you get. Our pick for best beach is a tie between Leo and Big Beach, and Mount Mansilowit gets a big mention for its views and approachable challenge.
For Vegan Everywhere, I'm David.